Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, and I am bringing you some randomly weird shaped L house. I still don't know what I'm going to call this, so I guess I'll figure it out after this. I don't know. Um, in my calendar it is L-shaped house or L-shaped fancy house. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I kind of just thought I'd go not a bit crazy. The actual plan was I'd been inspired by one of Deligresy's builds. I can't even tell you which one, but it was one she did, I think, a couple years ago. And I take screenshots of builds that I really, really, really like, but I don't, like, obviously I don't copy them. I just take, like, heaps of inspiration from them. And I tried to do something based off that, and it didn't work. And this is the build we ended up with. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy it, because I had lots of fun just messing around with this. I don't know. I've never done something like this before, and I think it's kind of interesting and fun. I have no idea if that section under the roof is, like, you can walk underneath it or not, but I've set it up as if you can, just in case. Because I didn't really know. But yes, this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. But there is a gym and an office that you could remove or rearrange if you didn't like. Yeah, if you wanted it to be more rooms, less rooms, whatever. I do spend quite a lot of time messing around with the roofing, which in the end I think looks pretty good. It did take me a while to try and perfect it, but I don't know. I feel like it suits this house quite a lot, and yeah, I'm very happy with the way it turned out with the roofing. And this build took me forever, hence why this video is so long. I could have broken it down into 2 parts, but yeah, I thought, you know what, I'll just throw you one long video. I also took forever trying to pick, like, the wallpaper for the outside and whatever. But yeah, this is the build, I guess. I did this a while ago. I think I did it. Yeah, I did it before Christmas, like a couple of days before Christmas. So I wouldn't say a while ago, but I did it technically last year. But what I did want to mention, sort of off topic, is that one of my builds got reviewed by a YouTube channel called Harry Larry from Gary. I think it's episode 1659. I'm not entirely sure. I will see if I can find it again and link it down below. Because this dude, he goes along and reviews builds off the gallery. He just picks random builds. I've never spoken to this person in my life, never heard of them before, but they go on to the gallery and pick random builds to review it, because the screenshots on the gallery don't always show the builds off nicely. So the build of mine that got reviewed was the stacked house, which I believe was the last video I did. Oh, sorry, the video before the last one. So yeah, if you want to check that out. I should have it linked below. If I can, I'm pretty sure I can find it again. So yeah, definitely go check that out if you want to have a look at random builds on the gallery. Honestly, they're completely and utterly random. They have no, like, it's just completely random builds, which they're actually really, really cool. I've had a look at a few of the screenshots, or like the thumbnails, and it's awesome. So yeah, check that out. Because yeah, he does reviews of random builds, and he actually play tests them as well. So that's how I found out that my stacked house build in the kitchen, you have to move it's like a pots and pans thing hanging from the ceiling. You have to remove that, and something else you had to slightly move. I don't know. If you want to know, you can just check out that video, because he does that. He does yeah, he tells you about that. I really should start playtesting my builds, but I don't. Which is whatever. That's fine by me. But I will hopefully start playtesting in the future, because it is a little annoying not knowing what is playable and what's not. But I'm pretty sure this build should be playtestable, playable, because I put, it's a fairly, I don't want to say like bland build, but it's not got a lot of things, if that makes sense. Like, it's very, I wouldn't say very minimal, but it's more minimal than it is not. Here I was really wanting to try and make a seat, like a hidden seat section, where I could like raise it up and put some seats in it, but that didn't exactly work out, so I just put these in instead. These, I think it's the high school years seats. So I really wanted to create this really just nice, beautiful build, in terms of, yeah, like a beautiful kitchen, goodness, yeah, bathroom build, sorry. I wanted it to just be a really nice retreat sort of area that you can go and just relax and, you know, have a good time. So yeah, it looks amazing in the screenshots, in my opinion. The reason why my brain went to kitchen was because I think one of my roommates just got home, and yeah, I tried to say bathroom and it came out kitchen instead, so apologies for that. But yes, this bathroom I love. I keep having to move these lights because I keep forgetting that the skylight, not the skylight, but the big light, yes, the skylight, that's the word. Skylight is there, and I kept putting windows in, oh, not windows, lights just floating, and I didn't like that, so yeah. These windows are awesome because they are hidden below the eaves, so there's still windows in most of the rooms, I think. I don't know about the downstairs bathrooms, but I'm pretty sure there is. Now, outside here, I really wanted to do this sunken pool seating area that I've seen people do, and I could not for the life of me figure out how to make it work. So I gave up on that idea, and I ended up building something completely different. Which, you know, it's fine. I will try and figure out how to do it though, because I've seen people lower it down and put in water, and then the Sims can go down and sit in it, and it looks like it's an underwater seating area. It's really actually quite cool. So I will try and figure that out. If any of you know how to do it, please throw that down in the comments down below so that I can try and, yeah, upgrade my builds. Now I was gonna put a whole bunch of these in, and I ended up putting a couple in, and then I gave up because I didn't give up. I was like, I'll come back to it, and then I never came back to it. I completely forgot. So you're just gonna have these two tiny little water jets, with no, yeah, with no others. It's just gonna come out of that little corner, which, I want to try and fix it. Well, not fix it, but like I don't like it not having it all the way along. Like if I was going to do it, I should have done it all the way along or deleted it and not done it at all. So yeah, there is just two little water fountains. And I think that's pretty much it for the outside. I don't really do much else other than these windows. I didn't want them just facing straight out into the street. I do put up a little protective wall, I guess. I don't know. I do adjust it later though. But yeah, this build took me forever, honestly. As you can tell, I'm running out of things to say. I took so many breaks during this build. I just had to come back, and I think this is the reason why it took so long, is because I wanted to make it feel really fancy. I didn't want it to feel bland and boring, so I thought it'd be a great idea to, yeah, just to do these huge floor tiling pieces, I guess. I don't know. But it didn't line up. I got very annoyed at the fact that it didn't line up, so I think I adjusted it. I'm not entirely sure. I potentially come back to fix it. No, yeah, there you go. I did not like having that odd bit on the end. So I think I made most of the house that sort of longer tile look, which is probably weird now that I think about it, having it as like a wooden floor but looks like a tile. But I'm not even, I'm not too mad about it, to be honest. I think, I don't know, I think it looks interesting to have that weird tile look. Like, it's obviously not tiles, but they've had to lay it down like a wooden tile. I don't know, let me know down below your thoughts, because the jury's still out over here. I like the look of it, but the idea of it doesn't make sense. Also, this artwork that you see all around, check the description below, because that will be, as always, if I use art by this person, I do include it down below and I mention it in my videos. It is NoCC Art, so if you download it, download this build, you will be able to have it in your world build, I guess. And let me know down below if you are a NoCC creator. It doesn't have to be art per se, but I've seen people do gyms, I've seen people do like gym equipment, I've seen people do like vehicles. I've seen a whole bunch of different things. So yeah, please let me know down below if you are a NoCC creator, because I would love to check you out. Like check your stuff out and potentially even use it in some of my builds. So yeah, let me know down below. Especially, yeah, like the art is great, absolutely fantastic. Never, like, don't get me wrong, I would love the art. There's other things I want to also include in my builds, pardon me, that aren't usually included in base game, I guess, in the game. Like I said before, if it's, I don't know, just whatever you make, if it's NoCC, please comment down below, because I would love to use your stuff. I would love to include it, and obviously if I do use it, I will put you in the description so that you're not, like, you're being recognized, you're being acknowledged. But yeah, that's pretty much on that. The one thing that really bugs me, I've completely forgotten what just bugs me. Never mind. I was gonna say something that really bugged me about The Sims, but it totally just left my mind. As you can tell, Holiday still hasn't changed my ability to think and speak. I still cannot. I actually got back from holidays yesterday, and I was very, very sunburnt, so I did not go out yesterday. I was, like, there was a last little bit of holidaying to do, and I chose to just stay home because I got very, very sunburnt, and yes, it's very painful, and I think I'm gonna blame my sunburn for my brain not working. It's probably just my brain not working, but you know, we'll pretend it's the sunburn. Yes, please, people, when you go outside, please put sunscreen on. I know people like to tan, but you can still tan even if you put sunscreen on. It just really, really reduces the likelihood that you're going to get cancer. And yeah, I think not dying is better than having tan skin. I don't know. Just make sure you put sunscreen on. I put heaps of sunscreen on, but apparently it wasn't enough. I think it's because I was in water and the reflection just, I don't know, it killed my skin. The back of my knees, the water always gets the back of my knees and absolutely destroys it. And I always put sunscreen there, and it always gets sunburned no matter what I do. So yeah, but at the moment I've got sunburn on the back of my hands, the tops of my feet, the back of my knees, and the front of my legs. My face didn't really get sunburned because I am very vigilant about sunscreen on my face, and I also had a hat on. I never wear a hat. If you know me, I never wear hats. It's just, I don't do that. I don't like hats. I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't like wearing hats. But I thought, you know what? Just get over it. Wear a hat, because yeah, it's a great idea. So my scalp didn't get burned, which is fantastic, because that's always one that does get sunburned pretty bad. And my face didn't really, like, my cheeks a little bit, the tiniest bits did, but I don't feel sunburned anymore, which is good because I was only sunburned 2 days ago whereas the back of my knees are very painful, especially to go downstairs. So yeah, after that mini rant, make sure you put sunscreen on and take care of your body because it's the only one you've got. Yeah, that's pretty much it on the sunscreen front. This kitchen, I love it. I think, I don't know, it's very, I don't want to say bland. It's not bland. It's very simple, and I think that's what I like about it. It's not too much because I know I can do too much sometimes. And I think it's awesome. I think I'd love to have a kitchen like this, especially being down a level and then having the little breakfast nook being up again, just so you can see out that window nicely. I think it's awesome. I think the one thing I would love to have is a servery window where I can just open the window and put the food outside. So if I'm ever entertaining, there you go. There is food for outside. Yeah, because I don't like the idea of having to walk through, like in this house, you would have to walk through the dining room and then outside. And I know that's not very far and that sounds super lazy, but that's probably because I am a little bit lazy. So yeah, I think having that servery window would be nice, but we don't exactly have that in this game. So yeah, now at the moment it looks like it's 4 bedrooms, but I hated the sizing of these rooms, so I made them 2 bigger bedrooms. And again, the flooring did not want to work with me, so I had to just mess around with it for a while to get it to work. And I was trying all different things, and I think I eventually just go with this because it fits. Hence why it's completely different. So yeah, there's one room that's more. I had 2 different ideas I wanted to go with for these builds, these 2 rooms here. And I wanted one room to be like a plant lover's room, but very, I don't want to say chic and stylish, but I guess that's the best way to describe it. And then the other room is a bit of a world traveler. They love to go adventuring and collect things from all around the world, and they don't want to just stay home and do nothing. They'd rather go out and, yeah, like I said, adventure and go a bit crazy. Not go a bit crazy, but just have fun. And, then come back home and share everything that they did and whatnot. So, yeah, that's sort of the idea for these 2 rooms. The bathrooms are pretty generic, I guess, the same sort of thing. And one of them has an ensuite, but one of them doesn't. So yeah, they're pretty big rooms. I so wanted to do a bedhead sort of thing like this, but I couldn't get them to not glitch together, so I just gave up after a little bit. Even using the tool mod, I still couldn't get them to not glitch out together. If you have any ideas to make cool custom-made bedheads like that, please throw them down below in the comments because I really want to start including really cool custom bedheads like that. So I thought I'd try this. Started glitching, wasn't big enough. It just, yeah, it bothered me a lot. But yeah, this build's it's kind of fun. I think I'd prefer this room over the other one, even though it is slightly smaller and it doesn't have an ensuite bathroom, I'm okay with that. I think being surrounded by so much fresh air while being inside is brilliant, and super good for you. It does have a desk. I do put a desk in at some point, and yeah, so it could be a teen's room, it could be like a young adult who still lives at home, or a guest room, or, you know, a bunch of friends live here together. I don't know. It could be anything. But the person in my mind who lives here is super, super organized and very clean, I guess is the best word. You know, they love to eat fresh, you know, grow their own vegetables if they could. I don't think I put in any garden beds. I thought I did. Any planters? I really did think I did, but I might not have. But yeah, this person's fairly, I don't want to say boring, but just simple. Like they don't need to have everything to be perfect and whatnot, but they much prefer to have a simple look, which I absolutely love. I would love that myself, to have a very simple look. I don't like things being cluttered. I like a clear desk. I know some people thrive on messy desks, and that actually helps their creativity, but for me, it just, I just feel like I have to clean it up. So, yeah. But this room's also pretty simple. Not simple, but like it's not messy. It's not over the top. It's not. Yeah, I wanted to try and keep it a bit fun, I guess. I didn't want to have it just bland and boring, so I do put in some fun wallpaper, I think. And yeah, but I imagine the person who lives in that room isn't actually there all that often, because they're constantly traveling, and going around the world, and, you know, oh, I've just picked up, you know, this really cool mirror that's hanging on the wall, or this artwork here, or, you know, these suitcases, or whatever it is. Like they bring home some pretty cool stuff. Or maybe these are photos that they've taken themselves, and yeah, they printed them out and hung them on the wall or something like that. I don't know. I just thought there's something fun to do, something not quite samey. I don't always do stuff like that. I normally have very, oh, I say I normally have very simple rooms, but that's not true. I do theme them quite a bit. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the bedrooms done. I don't think I'd change them anymore, but I need to finish up here. We'll have the brain's gone blank, a gym and I mentioned it before, an office upstairs, but for now down here I do a table and like a dining room and a living room area. Again, fairly simple, because I don't know, I crowd things up too often. I put too much of everything in. So I try to only include what's necessary. So I do put in a little bar over here. And I think that's it for this section. It is a little bit bland on, like, in my opinion. I don't know. I feel like a lot of times people are like, what do I do in this corner? What do I put? And everyone's like, just leave it. Like, it looks good blank. My brain is like, but it's empty. Put something there. The spot. Put something in that spot. Do it. But I have to fight that urge to constantly put things in. But I don't know. I feel like I've done a lot better now compared to other times where I've just thrown 101 different things into these tiny little crammed corners, and then you're like, yeah, there's no way we could put, like, actually use this spot. There's no way to get through or whatever. So yeah, I definitely feel like I'm leveling up a bit. Let me know down below if you think there's anything I should change or add or keep the same or whatever. Because I'm feeling happier with what I'm doing here, but yeah, I'd love your feedback. I'd love to know if you think I should change things, should remove things, adjust them, do more, do less, whatever. Because yeah, I'm always trying to level up and be better. And a lot of you always have really good good ideas to how to level up. So there are technically 3 living spaces, I think. No, 2. There's one upstairs and one downstairs. But there's also that outdoor. Okay, technically 3 with the outdoor bit. So yeah, but if you guys wanted to adjust this, if you wanted an extra bedroom, if you wanted a sauna, if you wanted whatever, yeah, feel free to go in and change it all up because yeah, I don't really care. And if the flooring annoys you, you can just change that as well. If you do change it and you want to change it back, it's just Control F and you can change individual quarter tiles, which I think will be very handy if you do want to maybe have the tiles facing the other way or do squares or big squares or, you know, whatever. I don't really care if you want to change it. That's fine by me. Oh, I spent forever and a day looking for this poster thing. I know it didn't look like very long, but in some of my builds, I'm looking for things and I'm looking for them for ages because I just cannot figure out where they are. But yeah, we're getting close to the end of the build, so yeah, definitely let me know down below if you use any of my builds, or if you use this one in particular. Like who you use it for, if you change it, if you hate it, you love it, whatever you think. And yeah, I would say throw a name down for it, but I've got to figure that out before I can even put the video up. Otherwise it's just going to be L-shaped house, which kind of sounds lame. And let me know if you like the fact that I just add random accent walls rather than things on the walls, because that's something I have a habit of doing. And I kind of feel like it's a lot easier. I don't know if it's cheating, but it's definitely a lot easier to do than, yeah, it's just less effort, less energy, but it also looks really nice. I don't think it's less effort and energy. I still think it looks really nice, but it's easier than trying to figure out what goes there, because you still have to figure out what accent wall, like what it should be. Anyway, apologies if you can keep hearing my computer in the background. I forgot to mute it again, which is fine. But it's actually reminding me to plan out the rest of my week, which means making time for all of my New Year's goals. So I said that I would keep you guys on, not keep you guys on track, but keep reminding you guys to stay on track. So yeah, if you have New Year's resolutions, it's okay if you've missed a couple of days or whatever. Just make sure you keep on keeping on. Don't just give up because you missed a day. I missed a day of my language learning yesterday, but I made up for it today by, well, I did some lessons today, but I'm going to do some more just to truly make up for it. And yeah, hopefully you guys can keep on top of your New Year's resolutions. And I will check in with you guys every once in a while. Maybe not every video, but maybe every video of January, and then maybe once or twice a month after that. Because, you know, it's okay if you miss a little bit of time, but the thing is, if you miss it and you just go, oh, well, I'm never going to do it again, that's the issue. Like, you've got to keep trying. So, yeah, if you've already, I know it's only, what, the 4th, we're only 4 days into the new year. It's okay if you've missed some things. It's okay if you haven't had a perfect run, but yeah, just keep going. Here's the screenshots while I knew to motivate you guys. Yeah, if you miss a day, that's okay. Don't give up just because you missed a day. I think that's the biggest issue I had in the past is, oh, well, I missed a week or I missed a day, and it's so hard to get back into it. But the thing is, the more you let it go, the harder it is to get back into it fully. You know, I only missed a day yesterday because I fell asleep. And I was traveling and sunburnt and unpacking and organizing and fell asleep, and by the time I woke up it was dinner time, and you know, it was just a bit of a chaotic day. So I made sure not to miss out today. And I'm keeping everything in diaries and notifications and whatever so that I can get reminded just in case I do forget. So yeah, if you guys are like that and you are pretty forgetful, make sure you have it written down somewhere, or you can get notified or set an alarm. I have 2 alarms, one to get up and one to, the second alarm is kind of like, okay, now you've got to start doing things sort of alarm, so that I'm not just wasting away my day and going, oh, it's already lunchtime and I've done absolutely nothing. So for me, it's probably time to go have some either early breakfast, late breakfast, early lunch. But I've gotten quite a lot done already this morning. So yeah, long story short, it's okay if you don't hit your New Year's resolutions every single day, but as long as you keep trying, and never give up, you'll make more progress than if you do absolutely nothing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much the end of the build. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave your thoughts, comments, and feelings below, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.